Well, I'm on the RVF today. I do have a bit of a more, well, not a special model, but a different model to test. It's the Triumph Street Triple 660 Lambs Edition. What can I say about it before I ride it? Well, it's got the same 675 motor as, well, the 675, which has been replaced by the 765, I think it is. But it's been slightly reduced in capacity to 660, hence the name. And because the Lambs regulations require, that's the upper limit of engine size. So the power to weight has been reduced as well. It's got about something like 55 odd horsepower, but it's also got 55 newton meters of torque. So it really gets up and goes when you want it to. I'm out west of Auckland. Yep, don't know what the road's called, but it's nice. I'm gonna give it a bit of a fang. Matching bin. How about that? This is a press one. It's only done, where are we? Just over 1,000 Ks. Yeah, it's got, well, everything you'd expect from a modern bike, really. I mean, this is definitely probably the fastest new Lambs bike you can buy. But it is also 15 grand New Zealand, which is a lot of money, especially when the Lambs market is still populated by things like the 90s CBRs and ZXRs and whatnot, which you can buy for the better part of 5. But if you want a brand new bike and you want the best of the bunch, spoilers, it's pretty much this. It's also got rain and road modes, which is kind of cool. I'm not quite sure what the difference is. I'd imagine rain would cut the power a bit and make the suspension, I don't know if it's got active suspension, probably not. Probably just cuts the power. But yeah, these mirrors are pretty much useless, as I'll explain later on. So yeah, it's got the same little stubby exhaust down there as the big boy, the 675, the old big boy, and same engine whine, which I know isn't to everyone's taste, but that's the Triumph Triple. If you don't want it, you don't have to buy it. Wait for these cars to go. I mean, this thing is very tall geared, so I'm in second gear doing 60 and the engine's just over 5,000 RPM. It's really not stressed, but it can really get up and move. You'll see. This road isn't a fast road per se, but it's very technical. Well, not very, it's quite technical. So I've got to be a bit careful, and I don't know the limits of this bike, nor am I a good enough rider to really want to explore them on a back road. Track, yeah, maybe, but with these little gravel runoffs here and there and gravel driveways, it's just not worth the risk. It's not. If you're looking for a corner carver, you're probably better off with one of the 90s sports bikes, because that's what they're designed for. They're a sports bike. This is a naked bike. It's standard. It's got these big long bars, so you can't really dive into corners as much as you might want to, but you are more comfortable. And I love this roller coaster bit, but it's a little bit scary because you don't know what the road's gonna do. Oh wow, the torque is just amazing in this thing. It's so good, because Lambs denotes power to weight, doesn't mention torque to weight. So manufacturers seem to be going for the torque more than anything else. So they've got big singles, big twins, and Triumph have the big triple, which is amazing. Well, that's kind of that they've actually managed to make it work. I hate trucks. It's just so good. It's not the smoothest end out there, I must say though. At this sort of where it is now, between 4 and 6, when you really open it up, the engine really starts to vibe. Only between there. Very weird. So there's possibly an area to improve on. It could be a bit smoother, but I have to really nitpick to find out what's going on. Great gearbox, and the engine moves so freely. And the brakes are something else too. They would sell a bike twice the size without much trouble. So if you get into trouble, you can really just lean on them. Oh, that's so good. It does have ABS, this thing, but I've lost the front one too many times on other bikes without ABS, to be fair, but I just, learn from your mistakes. And this has ABS, it's got traction control, it's got, well, fuel injection obviously, it's got a fantastic gauge and display. Now we're coming to the end of the road. It goes into gravel, so right here, I'll turn around and go back down. This is a great bike. If you can, I highly recommend just take a little bit of extra. I mean, that said though, you can get older ones for around the 10k mark. And the biggest problem that I have, and it's a very weird one, so I understand if you don't necessarily agree. We'll keep it a bit slow so to get out of the wind noise. My biggest issue is that this is a street 660. It looks exactly like the 675, and I don't know, but I like bikes to be their own bike. I feel like this is living in the shadow of the 675 possibly a little bit too much. That's not to take away from the quality of the bike. It's fantastic. It's a really good bike. But I would quite like there to be, like, it to look a little bit more different. I don't know, single headlight, something like that. Something to say that, yeah, it's Lambs, yeah, it's the 660, but it's its own bike. It doesn't need to be like almost like a knockoff. And I know it's not that, but yeah. Another thing is because it is the 660 Lamb, it's got a huge amount of torque, but the ECU limits the power as you come into above, say, 8,000. So when I go for it, you can see the little shift lights come up, which is awesome. But you can see the shift lights coming up when I think that it's kind of necessary to change. You don't need to go all the way up to the high parts like you do on the smaller bikes and the RVF and the 250s, the inline fours. I should say. Sounds so good though. An interesting thing is because the bike revs so freely, rev matching on the downshift is actually kind of hard. Because look how quickly that doubles its RPM in one twisted wrist. Ridiculous. But it means when you downshift, it's easy to get it quite rocky because you give it a blip and the engine just sings its heart out. You don't really want it to. Well, I mean, of course you do want it to, but you're trying to downshift, not sit on car alarms. Those brakes are really good. I was talking to a co-worker and he said the old ones had brakes that did the job but nothing more, and they can't have been the same units as on this one because these are really good. They just soak up speed. how the hell is this land? Oh my lord. Big thing with ABS is it can't really do much when you're going over gravel. Like that. That's why these back roads of Auckland are a little bit scary. All that said though, I mean this is easily enough to have a huge amount of fun. And this is such a good, I keep saying it, it's really good. It's got that beautiful triple howl. Is a howl the right word? I don't know. Great, fantastic. Yeah, it's got, you don't really need a bigger bike. I mean, it's just it's a paperboy, you know? You don't need that much power, you don't need 200 horsepower on the road, you don't need a leader bike. Especially in New Zealand where the rego costs about 600, they go sky high. So if you can afford it, then I guess, I suppose why not? But this is well enough for this sort of road. But these roads are just so chill on this. Can't even imagine what the 675 or the new 765 is like, because this is really, really good. A little bit roller coaster along here. And down, 2, 3. Open it up. Let it sink. Change your lane. And again. What's the courier then? I would like, possibly, and I don't know, this might be a little bit too far in the nitpicking zone, but I think the suspension could be a little bit softer, or at least adjustable. It probably is, but manually. There's no, I doubt Rainbow will change the suspension settings, I don't think it's that advanced. But then again, it's 15,000, so maybe it is. I'll have to check. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, change of mind, the suspension is actually not too, that's these bloody roads. Ridiculous. Second. That's how tall gearing is. Second is fine. Swing around. Again. Oh. I'm using three fingers on the brake. I don't really need to. I can use 2 if I want. Yes, 2. Do that hell again. Actually, let's go this way. I've never gone this way. Beautiful Mustang.